To get to play the Phantom is quite an honor. I mean, you see me representing purple baby. It really is, seriously, it's a big honor, and it's a big challenge. I mean, I think anytime you have a comic book character and you're trying to not only put it up on the screen but also do what we're doing and try to reprise it and completely change it and create something new and different and updated, you know, you run the risk of getting the wrath of a lot of people who are fans of the old. And, you know, that's a chance that we have to take, but it is something that I guess, you know, as an actor, you can't really think about. You just come into the role and you give your best version of this character. And this character might be a little bit different than the character of the 40s or 50s, you know. To research it, I did all the usual things that one would do to research a role. You know, I read. I mean, I read about the character, about the comic, about the history, and then, you know, as well as doing just the own individual personal things in regard to Chris and Kit Walker. Well, the scene that we're doing today is it's we lovingly call it Garan and the Last Shrimp. We want that to be the title of the second night of the series. It's kind of catchy. I mean, a lot has happened to Chris, who is now Kit, in the last really 12 hours, I suppose. And, you know, he's been kidnapped. His parents have been murdered. He's essentially, though by accident, though that's up for interpretation, killed someone. He's been through a lot. He's been on a plane to Bengala, and now he's here and just sort of trying to wrap his head around everything. So the scene, in the scene that we just shot, yeah, the cave that we are in is essentially Chris Kit the Phantom's new home. It's his digs. It's like the Bat Cave. When I first saw the new updated version of the costume, it was when I walked into the wardrobe warehouse, and I saw the drawings, and I asked Odette, the designer, I said, is this, because you know, I said, is this it? And she said, yeah, that's it. And I mean, I said to her, I said, that's badass. I mean, that's exactly what I said. And you know, I know that it's a departure from the original character, from the spandex and the mask. You know, I mean, to me, I was when I read the script and you know, and they make reference to that and they say, oh well, you know, your father wasn't a big fan of the suit either. I went, okay, cool. I don't have to wear purple spandex. I get to wear this pretty cool suit. So I mean, I'm thrilled with it. I think it's phenomenal. And you know, we had some concerns because I have to do a certain amount of stunts. We had some concerns about the flexibility of it and then my mobility in the suit. And they did such a good job on it that it hasn't been an issue at all. The great thing about comics or any type of science fiction is always that there's always so much truth under the surface. You know, there are always, whether it's good, evil, in the middle, you can always relate it to society. What's happening now, what has transpired in the recent past. I mean, I think when people see this series, you're not gonna be able to help but go, wow, some of this rings true. So yeah, I guess they are sort of like modern day villains. I mean, whatever villain means, you know, it's never all black and white. Unfortunately, yesterday when I worked with Isabella, we literally had one scene together. That's all. I would have loved to have worked with her more, but she was. I mean, for me to comment on her performance is like presumptuous, but her death was like, I was sitting there in awe. I mean, it was a beautiful death. So that was an honor, absolutely. He's been incredible to work with, really. He's he's very, very intelligent. He's keenly intelligent, and it's been really fun for me to work with him because his we have very similar instincts a lot of the time in terms of what the scene, not necessarily what the scene's about, but maybe like a little color of something that we want to find, or just something that we want to find in a scene. Um, and beyond that, I mean, anytime I go to him with an idea, he doesn't. It's not just lip service for him to say, "Oh yeah, 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 let's try that," or "Yeah, maybe that'll work." It's not lip service. It's genuine. He really is interested in the exploration, in the search, to find whatever it is that there is to find, and I've found him very, very, very supportive in that process. And for an actor, um, that's that's the ultimate gift, is to work with someone like that. I love the fact that he gives he gives us as actors and actresses a certain amount of freedom to, many times before a scene, he won't even, unless I ask, what's this scene mean to you? What do you want to see in this scene? We'll just go. And sometimes he'll say, let's don't even rehearse, let's just go. And I love that. Because then, you just sort of, you get to go on your instincts. And if he likes your instincts, or if he thinks your instincts are truthful, I shouldn't say likes, truthful to that character in that moment, then let's go with it. And then then he'll tweak some things here and there. But yeah, you're right. It's a liberating way to work. And he makes a lot of funny noises. A lot. But so do everybody here does. A lot of a lot. People here are full of noises. It's great. I love it. Favorite scenes? Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, the one where I go to confront Vandermark and say, actually, we're shooting some stuff today or tomorrow. Today, I think, that leads up to this scene where I go to confront him and say, I have to go to New York. I have to go, or or no, I don't say that. I tell him, you have to do something. You have to make this investigation stop. I don't tell him I'm going to go to New York. I do. Um, that was fun because I really sort of got to be Chris. He gets very juvenile in that scene. He sort of the panic button. He hits the panic button and he's in fear mode. Fear of Rennie's life, of her father's life, of the last semblance of himself that he knows. He's terrified, and so he acts out a little bit, and I think that's, I mean, I don't know, that's fun because it's so real, and lots of times as people we either hide our child, we hide it away in our back pocket, or we wear it, and we just wear it around all the time and get pissed and cause havoc, and it's sort of like that. It's the ego that sort of pushes us around, and so it was fun to play with that. I think Scooby Doo was my superhero. Actually, that was that was my all I needed was a dog. It was good enough for me. I mean, I love the fact that Spider-Man can fly. That's fun. That's cool. But I don't know. I mean, I can't say just one. I don't think there's a lot. There's a lot of superheroes with different fun powers. But I don't know. I think for me that's the part of the what's really great about the Phantom is that he doesn't have bells and whistles. He can't shoot webs out of his arm. he doesn't crawl on buildings. He doesn't hang upside down anywhere. He doesn't, he doesn't turn green and giant. He has a suit that gives him a little bit extra added strength and speed. But and he has incredible insight and instincts. But other than that, he's just a dude. And it's simplistic. I mean, not to simplify it too much. I mean, I'm sure that there are people that believe it's much more than that. But he doesn't have gadgets. He's just got himself in his suit, and I appreciate that. Bare bones.